Yo, what's going on, my psychedelic squadron? It's your boy Trippy here, coming at you with another Madden 19 video today, man. And today, I know I'm kind of late compared to everybody else, but we do have the new Super Bowl present cards that have been dropped into the game, which is featuring a bunch of Rams and a bunch of Patriots players that have been dropped. We have a limited time 96 overall Devin McCourty that has been dropped into the game. He's like the only Patriot that's actually available for a power up because, you know, anything on the red side is, or red or blue is available for a +1 overall boost if that team goes ahead and wins. So every other one that was dropped is actually non-available for the power up set at this particular moment. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out these objectives real quick. So the objectives, of course, haven't changed, but with the addition of the new solos that have been added into the game, we actually have just enough to go ahead and complete the 75 Super Bowl solos. And with the new predictor sets, which I will get to in just a second, we do have enough sets. I mean, you could have completed it doing like the dailies, unless you had like, or if you had like a crap ton of like red and blue cards to complete the master sets. But I highly doubt anybody had that many coins, to be 100% honest. Or unless you did the Super Bowl glitch, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. And actually, that's a whole separate video that I should do, kind of going over the aftermath of how that went down. But we have more than enough to go ahead and complete the Super Bowl objectives to get you a 91 and 92 overall card. And I'm not mistaken, it is okay. So it's Super Bowl pass card, which I'm not gonna say is a bummer, but it would pretty dope if they at least, you know, put it up somewhere else. But hopping into the solo challenges that have been released. Of course, you can only do 27 of these bad boys. But going over to the Super Bowl, the history of the Super Bowl, the path to the Super Bowl for the Rams and the Patriots, and then the predictor solo challenges that have been dropped into the game. We have daily Super Bowl challenges to acquire Super Bowl rings, and then of course you can exchange them for players in the store. Then we got these, and each one of these challenges give you at least 25, and then up it starts getting to 50, 75, 100, 200, 150, all that other stuff. And it's like that for the path to the Super Bowl for the Patriots and the Rams. So you can acquire a pretty decent amount of snow in the process. Or excuse me, I don't know why I said snow, but Super Bowl rings in the process. Then if you go ahead and go to the predictors, it says play to earn a predictor token to use in predictor sets. Now, it says Super Bowl Predictor Pack here. Now, I'm not sure if that gives you more than just one, but each one of these also gives you a Super Bowl item. I'm only assuming that it is a predictor. If it is, I don't understand why they won't put Super Bowl Predictor in there. But if not, it could be a possibility that this could be some sort of like crazy part 3 that they're adding into the game that you would, because I think if not last year, there's been a Madden in the past where you acquire Super Bowl collectibles and you put them in the set, but I think those are like in the pack. So there's a multitude of things that it could be. But the only way to really find out is to play the solos, and unfortunately, I don't have enough time to do that just at this moment. I got a brand new Kingdom Hearts game coming out pretty soon. I just wanted to go ahead and get this video out to you guys as soon as possible. But so from there, once you acquire all this stuff, you get all these crazy Super Bowl ring packs and stuff like that. And then once you do the predictor solos, you can go ahead and back out, go hit these sets up real quick. Nope, that's auction and trade, tripping, and that's my item binder. All right, give me a second. Then we hit up these predictor sets right here, and then all you really do is put one token on whatever you think is going to happen. So depending on what the predictor pack is, I'm assuming it's 10. So you can complete 10 of these, and this definitely counts towards your objective list. Now, they are all crazy stuff. Robert Woods has plus receiving yards. Julian Edelman has plus receiving yards. Sony Michel or Todd Gurley has 100 plus yards. Tom Brady or Jared Goff has plus 300 passing yards. C.J. Anderson scores first, etc., all this crazy stuff. Now, of course, it all depends on how many you get from the predictor pack, whether or not which ones would be good to choose. Because if not, I mean, you could literally just put, say you got 20 of them, you could legit just put one on each. Then you complete your objective for sure. Get your 91 and 92 overall pass. Because once you do all the solos, you basically, all you have to do are these sets, and then you're good to go. But yeah, you basically just go ahead and go through a couple of them and see which ones you think are going to happen first. Now, I'm pretty sure all of these players are good to go injury wise, but you would probably want to wait just a little bit closer to the date. That way, you know if there's any like crazy inactives, any injury stories that pop up that you want to make sure you keep an eye on. Because Sony Michel's been injured, Todd Gurley's been a little, and Julian Edelman is Julian Edelman. Brandon Cooks, no, I think he's pretty good, but you know everybody knows what happened to him last Super Bowl, and hopefully for his sake it doesn't happen because like that hit was pretty vicious. Rob Gronkowski is a little bit injury prone. And C.J. Anderson, what is it? C.J. 3. I forgot what his nickname was, and it was pretty cool. I'm gonna just call him Bowling Ball. The Bowling Ball is a threat this year, so this could be a good one. But if you ask me which ones I think are going to be the best ones, it would have to be Todd Gurley rushes for 100+ yards because the Rams defense doesn't necessarily give up that many rushing yards. And I see Todd Gurley and CJ kind of exploiting that defense up a little bit. I do expect Robert Woods to have over 100 receiving yards and Julian Edelman to have over 100 receiving yards. And then on top of that, I expect Tom Brady and Jared Goff to have over 300 plus passing yards. Now, this first touchdown thing, I probably wouldn't really bet on any of that because it's hard to predict who scores first necessarily. But as far as like team scoring first, that could also depend on like the coin flip. So I don't know, man. And then you got these where you can see who wins the coin toss. So it's a lot of stuff that's involved in this. And then honestly, they have one for Jared Goff winning the MVP. It would literally take a lot for Jared Goff to win the MVP, just considering that he's got like Todd Gurley on his team. And he's like, I'm not gonna say perennial, but he's pretty much an MVP candidate damn near every year. But honestly, if I were to go ahead and put my money on anything, it would be Patriots were to win the Super Bowl. Tom Brady wins MVP. I don't know who's home and away, but I'll say the Patriots win the coin toss. Rams score first. Todd Gurley, Todd Gurley scores first because I'm pretty sure he's a little pissed off. Not CJ Anderson scores first. They will both have over 300 passing yards. Todd Gurley will have over 100 rushing yards, and then Robert Woods and Julian Edelman will have over 100 receiving yards. That's my picks, at least, and that's what I'm going to do as soon as I get these predictors. But, feel free to choose whatever you want to choose, and, let me know down below if you think I'm an idiot for that. Super Bowl present cards. We got new sets in the game. Of course, we got the Super Bowl MVP set. Now, me personally, I don't think it's worth it to do with any of these cards, and it all depends whether or not, you feel like you would want to keep those cards afterwards, because if you go to the Super Bowl set, you have to put in Julian Edelman, who's basically a MasterCard, Marcus Peters, who's also a MasterCard, and keep in mind these cards do get in a +1 overall depending on which team wins. So Patriots win, Julian Edelman would be a 98, vice versa to Marcus Peters. Then in order to go ahead and complete the set, you have to put in a red team master, which I think consists of Dallas Clark, Rondé Barber, and what's his name? No, it's Rodney Harrison, Rondé Barber, and Dallas Clark. And then on the other one, it's Reggie White, Franco Harris, John Elway. And those things cost a grip. So you're looking at 1.4 mil there. You're probably looking at another 800K a piece here. And that's a lot. So about 2.8 million is what you would spend on the Super Bowl card. And if you just pull the pack during the Blitz promotion, you would already have you an NAT Super Bowl MVP. But this card does come back, or all four of those cards do come back NAT. So if you pick, or if you want to keep Julian Edelman and Marcus Peters and whatever two cards that you put into the set, you could definitely go ahead and put this in there, sell the Super Bowl MVP. But if it's Brady, you're not really going to get too many coins because Brady's kind of slow. We have Michael Vick, and that might teeter his price a little bit. But if I'm not mistaken, he does quick sell for 500,000 coins, unless that's just the one that came with the Blitz promotion. So keep all that in mind. And then for the Patriots, Julian Edelman, in order to complete this set, you do have to have Dante Hightower, 95 overall, Sony Michel, I should say, 94 overall, Jason McCourty. As I think, if I didn't mention, Devin McCourty also got a 96 overall card, but he is an LTD, so it does not count towards the set. You got 92 overall Shaq Mason, 91 overall David Andrews, Kyle Van Noy, Joe Thuney, Rex Burkhead, and Eladon Roberts, or I don't know how you spell it or pronounce that man's name, but I've never heard of him prior to today. And then, of course, on the Rams side of the ball, you got 95 overall Robert Woods, 94 overall Andrew Whitworth, John Johnson is a 94 overall, Austin Blythe 92 overall, 91 overall John Sullivan. Damn near, you might as well have put the whole entire offensive line in here. Then you got Corey Littleton, Mark Barron, Gerald Everett, and Ethan Westbrooks. Now, looking at like the going rate for these cards, it isn't the most, but they ain't that cheap neither. So yeah, so it's gonna cost a grip in order to complete this set, because between these two cards right here, it's 500K, not to mention all of these. So good luck trying to complete the Super Bowl MVP set at a reasonable price. My tip to you guys is I think you should wait. Honestly, if you're, if you really want to do this set, 97 overalls are really only going to be like valuable for a limited amount of time. These cards are going to be like obsolete, because once these Ultimate Legends start rolling out, give it like 2-3 weeks, and then I'm not gonna say you're gonna forget about them, because they're still gonna be good cards on your team, and then the training value is what keeps certain cards at certain prices. But you might be able to complete this for a lot cheaper when certain legends come out later on in the year, and then whatever promotions they have, like blockbusters, team hero or position heroes, things that they do every year. So couple tips for this. Make sure you play through these solo challenges. Make sure you get that auctionable 91 or 92 overall player for the team. That way you can go ahead and get your coins up and or get your Super Bowl rings up to get more players on top of that. Then play all these solo challenges, of course. It's a crap ton of Super Bowl rings you can go ahead and turn into coins. And then make sure that you go ahead and stay the hell away from these sets anytime soon, unless you get a couple good players at a really good price and make a profit off of these coins. But that'll be the end for today's video, guys. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, go ahead and smack that like button, man. Hit the subscribe button. 2-piece those mofos that'll help the channel grow tremendously. Also, let me know what you think about these aforementioned cards down below. And do you think this second part of the promo is pretty good? Do you think it's pretty bad? Do you think it's a little eh? Let me know down below, like I said. Stay tuned for more Madden 19 content such as this. And until next time, guys, peace.